The depressive side for me could get really, really dark.
My closest friends, I didn't want to spend time with. My son or my wife, I just couldn't garner the energy to be present with them.
Whether it's just the lack of energy and disorganization and cluttered mental processes, to always being concerned that I'm not going to get back to that positive side.
Depression for me was just exhausting.
It used to be those depressive symptoms were very scary and I could stay in bed for days. It was pretty vicious.
I just had no hope of ever feeling good again.
Early on, it was antidepressants, dozens of different mood stabilizers, anti-anxiety medicines. It was always this rotating cocktail of medicines that would fog me out.
Classic therapy and cognitive behavioral therapy, just about any and every antidepressant on the market.
And I didn't want that. I wanted a cure, or at least a treatment for bipolar.
Feeling numb isn't really a great antidote to feeling depressed, and that's what those medications did for me, if they did anything.
The decision to look into ketamine came after I was forced to take a break from work. I've got a pretty stressful and busy job. And one day I finally had to just call into work and say, I've got to take some serious time off for my health.
Towards the end of 2018, unfortunately, my depression became acute again, to the point of feeling despair every day, questioning whether or not life was worth living for. And I was generally miserable. So why not make the phone call? Why not see if this would help? And fortunately I did, and it has.
Ketamine stood out as having the lowest side effects profile, the highest rates of success. You don't have the mental fogginess of ECT or the thoughts of things like TMS.
And to learn that it's one of the few substances out there that's neuroregenerative made me much more comfortable that it was going to be different. So the experience of ketamine is certainly a unique one, but in a really good way. I feel a connectedness to something much larger. For me, it's a period of real introspection. You are separate from your emotions, and things are just facts. I think each infusion for me feels like a dozen counseling sessions because it's giving my body, my brain, the ability to slow down, process, and even when I'm sitting there and I look like I've got the eye fold on and headphones, the mind is wide awake. It's wide awake. And having that mental safe space to separate yourself from the world and process, I always come out of here feeling like my shoulders are at least an inch higher. I mean, the difference is really night and day between life before ketamine and life after. When I came to Northwest Ketamine Clinic, I wasn't certain what to expect. I was happy that it just felt comfortable. Seeing that I was in a place that didn't feel like a sterile doctor's office, that it was softer. Between the people and the physical office space, I knew I was in the hands of medical professionals. It was a comfortable chair and people who were welcoming and warm and made me feel as though I was going to be cared for. The providers have been fantastic. I pretty much always know who's going to be doing that infusion, which allows the ability to build that rapport. What it's allowed me to do is get out from under the cloud of depression. Just such a drastic and quick change, maybe within a week and a half, that I felt so much better. I was able to go back to work. My wife can see it in personality and happiness. Ketamine has allowed me to stay stable. Value the good parts of life, the things that make you happy, the things that make life worth living.
I'm pretty lucky because I get the majority of my life ahead of me knowing what works, how to manage it, how to feel good on a daily basis, and a healthy good, and a healthy energy.
I legitimately and very sincerely feel as though ketamine has saved my life. There are times where I just want to feel taken care of. And from the first conversation on, I felt as though there was just a great interest in helping me as a person, as an individual.
I personally almost feel like Northwest Ketamine Clinic is a little bit of a second family.